unboxing video.
Hey everybody, and thanks for tuning in for this video. This is the Collector here, and I am coming to you with an unboxing of the Hot Toys MMS 474 Avengers Infinity War Thor 1/6 scale figure. I am very excited to do this unboxing. I will be honest, this is my first Hot Toy figure where the arms are the rubber arms, and I don't have any of the other figures like that, so I'm excited to crack this thing open and see what we've got. And there will also be a figure review that will follow this in the next day or so. But I was just excited about, I've had this sitting around for a while, so I really wanted to crack this thing open and get to the bottom of what's inside. And here we go. So let's, without further ado, get all the yummy plastic off here. We've got our outer sleeve, and the packaging we'll just talk about for a second. I like the packaging; it's very nice. Nothing fancy. I've seen better packaging, off of some of the Hot Toys figures. It's it's not bad. Realistically speaking, the packaging isn't really what's the important thing here. The important thing is the figure and the features. So one thing I will tell you is now this figure does have batteries for the chest to light up. I'm not going to do that in the unboxing because I have to get my tools out and I have to do, I want to set it up and everything. I just wanted this to be a straight up unboxing. So for the figure review, I will have the batteries already loaded inside the figure, and then we'll take care of the review of the product itself. So I'm going to open this bad boy up. First, quick thing on the packaging. We've got this very nice box here. It's got some spot UV coating in different areas to highlight. If you guys can see that shininess, there's some lightning effects here. You've got the circles on Thor's chest that are they have the spot UV coating to make it all nice and shiny. We've got the Avengers Infinity War logo here in silver, and we've got a sleeve, Thor logo. And we're going to take that sleeve off. We got an outer sleeve here. Inside we have the figure. So this is your pretty straight up window box. I have an Iron Man figure that came in a box just like this. It's a little different from your shoebox Hot Toy plop style, and it's all right. I mean, it is what it is, right? Thor's inside. So we are going to open this bad boy up. Get this off here. Slide him out. And we've got the figure. Now we've got the cape in the back. Very nice. Okay, so some of the accessories that this figure comes with. We've got the lightning effects, which are very cool. I really like that, and I'm eager to get those on the figure. We've got lightning effects that go onto the hands. We've got the lightning effects that are the circles here that plug into the chest. So that's very cool. We'll do that in the figure review to get into the details of that. So here we go. So we've got that window box here. Here's the tray. Now, I like how Hot Toys packs their figures. They really do a nice job packing these things because they're very delicate. Obviously, you guys know that. And so they really do take a lot of care in how they package, how they set up their trays. And, they have all these little foam insert pieces and stuff like that. Like right now, I can see Thor's got little foam inserts in his armpits and everything. So for starters, we've got the little eye patches that come on and come off. He's got your normal eye patch, and then he's got this little battle-scarred eye patch. Let's see if we can focus in on that. I know the camera has a really hard time focusing on the eye patches, but here we go. So you can see there's one that's got that gold slice in it, which is very nice, and then you got the one that's plain. So I like that. I think that's a very cool feature. And that's before he gets his glass eye. No spoilers here, by the way. That's the only thing I'm going to mention about the movie. Now, seriously, in all honesty, if you guys haven't seen this movie, you really need to come out from under the rock you're living in and see the movie. So I'm just saying, but I won't have any spoilers here, I promise. All right, so I'm going to slide the figure out. Now, it's a nice, very nice figure, I have to say. I mean, I've been looking forward to this a lot. And I've heard stories, but overall, I think he's got a very nice. Now I slid this off already because it's inside the box, but I did take the plastic off a second ago. Just didn't see it. I'm gonna do that here. Got the little foam inserts that come from the armpits. Get those out of there. Got the baggie, and we've got the God of Thunder himself. So I'm going to set this off to the side, and I'm going to pull some of these pieces out one thing at a time. and this I just had trouble getting off, so I just left it on. But I did take the, there we go. All right. So here we have the mighty Thor. Now, all right, there we go. What do you guys think? Very cool. I really like this figure. It's very nicely detailed. It really does look like Chris Hemsworth a lot. Let's get some... Come on, camera. There we go. Now, the likeness is pretty spot on, I have to say. I think you guys can see that. Very nice. He even got like the little shaved areas of his head. There's, you know, little details in his haircut. Now, I like they have a nice little color wash. They're starting to do this. It's getting a lot better. The Hot Toys figures are really starting to breathe some life into, especially in the 6 scale. Now, I was very disappointed in the quarter scale Batman figure because I felt like compared to some of the 1/6 figures, he was really lacking a lot of special details. For one thing, I really like how they pay such attention to the texture and the paint applications for the hair. It's just one of those things where it really, like, there are these little gold highlights and stuff in there. It looks really nice. But here's what I'm super excited about, is the arms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this guy off to the side because, as you can see, here he is standing in all of his glory. And we're going to do the figure review a little bit later. So that is Thor. And he's standing there looking very nice. Got my lava lamp. Just a relic from the good old days in college. Anyway. So, first piece we've got here is Stormbreaker. Now, this is absolutely stunning as far as an accessory goes. Now, it's not a metal piece, it's plastic, but the paint applications, the silver applique, the details, the washing to get all the little engraved details for the Dwarven writing and the Norse writing here, like, it's just so nicely detailed and really beautifully done. The handle with Groot's, you know, Groot's, I guess, limb here, the way he wraps around it. So nicely done. We've got the string to bind it. And then there's this beautiful little leaf here, and I noticed that. It's such a nice little touch, if you guys can see that. You see that little thing sticking off? That's a leaf from Groot. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Such a nice piece. What's cool now with this particular figure, we have the chainmail arms that are kind of rubbery, and it's got some nice articulation here. But what's really cool, and what I like that they did on this particular figure, is, for one, they have the alternate arms that they included. So you have the chainmail armor, and then you have a set of arms that are in the flesh. The flesh arms have almost like a metal exoskeleton. So if you can kind of see, it's kind of shiny in there. It seems like there's like a metal exoskeleton or a metal joint system underneath that rubber. And it is just absolutely beautiful. They really have done an excellent job on this. I've seen now, you know, they've done rubber skin, rubber texture, and rubber bodies for like Batman and, you know, for other figures. And it seems like they don't do as good a job, but this is very nice and tight. The joints stay in place. He flexes. It's just really excellent the way they've done that. And also what I like is that for the chainmail arms here, there are black pegs in the hands, and that is really great because of the fact that you've got the dark chainmail. So it almost looks like it's a full extension of his arm in the chainmail armor. And then when you go to switch to the flesh arms, what I like about that is that for the flesh arms, what they've done is they've given us flesh-colored pegs, so that when we switch, we put the flesh-colored pegs in the flesh arm, and it's a seamless transition for the hands. Looks like we've got a total of 4 pairs of hands here, 2 closed fists, 2 open fists, 2 semi-open palms, and 2 sort of action open palms, like that. Texture's very nice, like it a lot. We've got those accessories here. We've got the batteries that he comes with. Now, for those of you who might be wondering about the batteries, we've got LR936. So those are the teeny little stubby button batteries. Now, look at my fingers. I can't do it. I can't. I need a tool. One thing that I've heard is very helpful that I actually have not yet tried, which I'm going to on this figure, and believe me, I've seen smaller batteries than this, is if you line them up and stick a piece of tape on top, then you slide them into place while they're still kind of stuck to a piece of Scotch tape, and supposedly that is sufficient to get the the batteries in place. Now, down here in the back of the packaging, we have the Marvel Avengers Infinity War base right here, which is a really nice base. Now, what I like about this also is that what they have given us, and so graciously, Hot Toys, thank you so much for giving us this, is they've given us a very nice dynamic posing stand. And you just kind of unscrew this little top nub here. Now, unfortunately, because of the winter, thanks to the fact that we here in the Northeast are experiencing some ridiculous sub-zero temperatures, at least in my opinion, but the thermostat will tell you differently. It'll say like 30 degrees or whatever. It's freezing. I have splits all over my fingers, so I am trying very hard not to wince in pain as I touch anything. I hate moisturizer. I don't like the way it feels on my hands. And of course, it just makes things greasy and slippery. So I don't like to use it. However, I have been using moisturizer. Now, for me to say that I've been using moisturizer, that is a big deal. Not that anybody cares, but it's just a big deal for me. So I like the fact that we've got our dynamic posing stand. I happen to have this handy dandy little hobby screwdriver right here. I'm just going to loosen this bad boy up because I am so very excited for the fact that this has that clamp. Because I love these clamps. I think they're so great. They really help you to pose these figures. I just dropped the little bolt, but I know exactly where it went. So you gotta be careful. All right, now one thing you have to be careful of as well is you gotta read the instructions, because in the instructions it's gonna tell you that you have to be very careful in how you pose this figure. What happens is he has a very limited range of motion, and me personally, I like posability in my figures, so that's the only thing I'd say is a little bit disappointing, is the fact that the figure does not have a great deal of flexibility to him, at least from what I can see. I'm going to experiment with this a little bit later, so what I'm going to do is I've got this open and ready, and I'm going to just give him a little flare. Now, what's nice also, and I didn't get to it yet, and I'm going to in a second, I love the fact that you've got the flight stand. Now, these boots here at the bottom, they're sort of like a two-piece thing, so when you point the toes, you can slide the shin guard down on the boot area, and he can point his toes. So it kind of looks like he's sort of, looking up. Now, he doesn't have a lot of range of motion in his neck, which is also kind of disappointing. But you can get a nice little pose going just by securing there, giving him open, something like that. Okay, now I like to get natural with my poses. I like to do stuff that really makes it feel like he's coming off a screen, or just, looking all natural, just like, so, that's kind of what comes to mind at the moment. But we'll get to that in the review. So the other thing that he comes with here is it gives you options for the body armor. It takes the cape off, and it gives you an option to clip on this additional shoulder piece that does not have the cape attached to it. And it also has these two other little breastplate pieces that, to be honest, I'm not exactly sure why they included it. It tells you that it gives you two options for armor. However, there's no battle damage on the parts that it comes with. It's identical, basically. I don't know why. I guess you could say if you lose one, you have a spare set. But other than that, it's a little bit of a useless feature to have. That's pretty much it. So that's the unboxing of Thor. It's an absolutely beautiful piece. Sculpting and likeness are really looking like a little Chris Hemsworth sitting here on my desk, and I can just pinch your little cheeks. I love you so much. That's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this edition of the Collector Side. Welcome. Thank you for watching. And please like, subscribe, share, and keep an eye out for my figure review, and I will be ripping into this guy. I will tell you there are quite a few things that I like about it, quite a few things that I'm not so crazy about. However, if you are obviously collecting the Marvel Cinematic line of figures, this is definitely a figure you want to have. I'm really eager to see its light up features and how it looks. Also, especially with the lightning effects that go on the hands. So we'll take a look at that in our next video. But again, thank you guys for watching. Keep calm, pose on, stay nerdy, and I will see you guys next time.